The latest Nicolas Cage movie came out this weekend called Pig. The movie is written and directed by Michael Sarnoski. I'm a big fan of Nick Cage myself. He was one of the all-time greats in the acting business. In Pig, he is memorable. He's just memorizing in his performance while watching him. You're hanging on his every word as he does not speak a lot in the movie, and you're just captivated by his presence and just how he's gonna take this performance to the next level as he does. I didn't know what to expect from this movie because I knew nothing about it going in except that Nicolas Cage was in it and starring as the main actor. That was really the only reason why I was going to see this movie. If it was another actor in that role, I might not have caught this movie in theaters. But the pace of the movie is very slow. But each scene is interesting as we learn more and more about the characters. It's more of a character development of Nick Cage's character and Alex Wolff's character as well. But in the movie, Nick Cage is a man secluded from civilization in the forest near Portland, Oregon. He finds truffles in the wilderness with the help of his pig for his distributor, played by Alex Wolff. Now, let's just take a moment here to say how great Alex Wolff was in this movie, too. His acting was on par with Nicolas Cage. He could have been overshadowed by Nicolas Cage in the film, but Alex performed very well and matched Nick Cage, and they made a great duo in this movie, playing alongside each other as this pair trying to find this pig in Portland, Oregon. But back to the plot now. So one night Nick Cage's character is attacked and his pig is taken. From this point, the movie kind of felt like a John Wick kind of thing where Nick Cage was gonna get revenge on the people taking it and was just gonna mess some people up to get his pig back. He was just messing people up to get his pig back. Instead, the movie showed us the fine dining and truffle industry as Nick Cage is hunting down the person who took his pig and going back into that industry that he was once a part of before being secluded in the forest of Portland. The movie focuses more on the lives of chefs and distributors within the fine dining industry of Portland than the search for this pig. My first priority was not finding who took the pig because halfway through the movie, I kind of knew it was predictable. Instead, I cared much more about the people within this fine dining industry, the people of Portland, and who make these restaurants what they are. The fine dining industry seems intense and crazy as it's depicted in this movie. Nick Cage does get beat up in this movie quite a bit. As the movie goes along, you see the scars and bruises form on his face. The makeup that is done on his face is done with perfection. Like the movie Chef with Jon Favreau, Pig shows us the power of food too. And the food can make us all feel all kinds of emotions that connect us to moments in time and just with our previous past lives and just make us happy and joyful and share conversations with someone while eating and then remembering that when you see them next time and the food you ate if it's terrific. The movie is a fish out of water story, or actually it's a fish going back into water as Nick Cage has to leave the forest and use his connections to find his pig in Portland. There's one powerful scene at a fancy restaurant when Nick Cage meets with a former employee who has not been following his dreams and just cooking what the critics expect. This weird little cooked in smoke or whatever, and like little portions, like a little smaller than like an eggshell portions. But Nick Cage has to connect with this guy. He has a true conversation with him, explaining to the guy that no one else's opinion should matter except his own. This was my favorite scene of the movie, of someone realizing that they need to follow their dreams. I mean, open that pub, man. Get out of that fine dining restaurant. You don't need it. The movie's message is about the realization and the acceptance of loss, though, and that we have to accept the way life goes and not hide from it and not just break down. We gotta power through these and just make the most out of your life of what you have. Like most of Nick Cage's movies, I loved watching Pig with him in it. It was a great movie that was interesting and gave us an inside look of Portland and the fine dining food industry. You see each distribution level as and how they're connected to everything within the industry and how it operates with all the different jobs within the industry as well. I'm definitely going to be watching Pig again when it comes out on streaming or DVD, something like that, but I'd give Pig a 92 out of 100. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please check out this movie in theaters as it is enjoyable and let me know your thoughts below in the comments.